The Evil Within is a survival horror game that I am a bit obsessed with. I don't know if you guys can tell. I don't talk about it very often, so I don't think I make it that obvious. It has a lot of bosses, you know, as any horror game, and the bosses are absolutely disgusting and they're horrifying. I don't know how other way to put it. They're disgusting specimens, and it makes me feel bad for Sebastian because he has to go through and fight all of them. He doesn't get a chance to sleep or take a poo. He's just gotta boss rush through them all. I thought it'd be fun to rank every single boss in the first Evil Within, not including the DLCs, just the main game, and talk about which ones are my favorite and which ones I think are complete and utter dog shit. Because as much as I love the Evil Within, it does have some stinkers, I can't lie. And the first stinker is Heresy, the big spider set piece boss that shits out maggots onto a bus. I don't know what to really say about this one. According to the lore, it has a pipe where it eats its own fecal matter, so I think that says a lot about the boss. Well, at least more than I can say about it. Basically, it takes up the entire chapter of chapter 12. You're on this bus while Kidman is driving it, and it's just chasing after it, and it just stands there when it catches up to the bus, and you just gotta shoot it a few times, and then you wait for the next set piece to happen, and then you shoot it a few more times, and then it dies. That's the whole fight. It's really nothing special. The next one I don't think is all too special is the big dog, the Sentinel. Incredible design. It looks absolutely mortifying. I wouldn't want this thing in my house or anywhere near just anyone really, but it's severely underutilized. I think that's a problem with Heresy as well. I don't think they're used properly. Like, you get ambushed by the Sentinel and you shoot it a few times, and then you leave with Joseph, and Joseph drops his glasses in the arena, so you have to go back in with the Sentinel still alive somehow, even though we killed it beforehand. And you can kill it. It's optional here. You get a lot of green gel for doing so, but it just kind of hides and jumps out at you. It's really nothing special. It's got a cool design though. I'd say it's got a way cooler design than the tube shit-eating spider, so that's why it is slightly above.
It's about feeling normal.
Just fuck off.
They're the only two, like, kind of bad bosses I would say in the Evil Within. The rest are just good to great to amazing from here on out. And the first good boss is the Sadist. The reason why the Sadist is so low down despite being so iconic is because there's really nothing special to him. Like, he looks cool, he is an intimidating threat, especially the first encounter with him in the barn. Like, when you activate that boss, it notifies all the haunted around that he is pissed off and he knows you're there. So it can be a pretty tough fight if you don't clear out the area. There's also one later that's wielding an RPG. They're pretty cool, but the fact there's so many of them kinda takes away from the fear factor, if that makes sense. Like, if it was just one that, like, stalked you and harassed you, like Laura does, I'd say it'd be way higher on this list, but I feel like because there's so many of them and all they really do is just chase you in a line with a one-shot weapon, it just kinda, Also, it's too similar to the chainsaw guy from Resident Evil 4. I'm sorry. Shinji Mikami, you were way too obvious with this one. What you weren't too obvious with was the twins, Zen and Nuon. I don't know how to say that one. When you get to the graveyard area, just before the Sentinel, ironically enough, you have to fight these two disgusting abomination twin giants, and it would be a really cool fight if you couldn't just hide underneath this statue, because you have to fight them in like a very small maze area, and they like charge you down and like jump out at you, and you have Joseph on top like sniping them to try and distract one of them so you can take them out. But you can just hide under here, pop out and shoot them occasionally. It does take away from the fight, and you know, it's a survival horror game. If they're gonna give you an option to make it easier for yourself, you're gonna take that option. This isn't a case of just you're not playing it in a fun way. It's a case of I want to reserve my resources for what the hell is going to come next. They have really cool designs though. They are genuinely intimidating. And yeah. The next one is Ruvik in his amalgam form, which is just a giant set piece boss. There's nothing special about it really. I like how over the top it is, you know, having you shoot it with an RPG and shooting it on a Gatling gun on a flying car. It is just, I don't know, it's just cool. I think it's a fun way to end the game. It's also got a really fucked up cool design. That's it really. There's genuinely nothing else to it. Unlike Amalgam Alpha, which is probably the boss I struggled with the most on my first playthrough, this thing makes its appearance after Chapter 9, chasing you down the hallway of the hospital safe room, and it is terrifying. It is just this giant blob of just body parts combined together. I think according to the lore, it's all the people who died in STEM, all their consciousnesses coming together to create this just blob of rage and anger, and you really feel it in the boss fight. This thing wants you dead, and you fight it in a giant car park, and it, like, I don't know, like, it's just a cool fight. I really like it. I struggled a lot with it. It is tough on its second phase. It can one-shot you. It's a huge threat, good time, but it's not as good as the Keeper. The Keeper is the iconic Evil Within enemy. It is the pyramid head of the Evil Within, and the first encounter with the Keeper, holy shit, it is iconic. You're in the catacombs, and it's just filled up with poison. It is a timed boss fight against a boss you can't actually kill. Yeah, the Keeper's gimmick is the fact you can't kill it, you can't keep it down. If you do knock it down, it just respawns at another one of the safes scattered around. So the boss fight is technically just a puzzle where you have to get rid of the poison gas, allowing you to escape. And it's just, I think everyone remembers this fight on their first playthrough. And I did this first try on Akumu. I'm very proud that I managed to do that. And when you have to fight two of them at the end, it is very akin to the 2 Pyramid Head fight in Silent Hill 2. Again, Shinji Mikami, you were way too obvious with this reference. You weren't subtle about it in the slightest, but that's okay. I would argue that I think the Keeper is cooler than Pyramid Head. That is probably a massive hot take. Now this one is gonna be a weird one, because this is second to the top, and that is Quell. And this one's weird because I don't hear anyone talking about Quell. It's this big, like, squid octopus abomination that harasses you on chapter 14. And chapter 14 it's just a filler chapter before the final one, where you're just going through the subway and the sewers underneath the city. And Quell lurks down here. What I like about Quell is the mystery surrounding it. Like, Sebastian doesn't acknowledge it. It's got no presence beforehand. It's just lurking down in this sewer, stalking anything that comes down there. It's a cool fight, and I like how it can go invisible and spray ink at you like a squid. I like its design. I like how it harasses you, and I like the mystery surrounding it. Speaking of harassment, the best boss in the Evil Within is obviously Laura, Ruvik's sister. Terrifying spider lady that you don't even have to kill for your entire playthrough. Like, I think a lot of people don't kill Laura because they think she's just this impenetrable monster that just you can't take down and you have to run away from. The final encounter with her is like the Keeper's boss, where it's like a puzzle fight where you have to change the trajectory of flames so you can get through to an elevator to escape it. But you can actually kill her here, and you do get an achievement for doing so. Terrifying design. Her kill animation is amazing, and she is probably my favorite horror boss of all time, because she scares me the most. She still scares me on repeat playthroughs. I hate the sound she makes. I hate her design. I hate how she looks. I hate how she can just one-shot you, and every encounter with her is just arse-clenchingly tense, and I love it. And that's it. Yeah, that's my ranking of the Evil Within bosses. I hope you found it interesting. If you want me to do more Evil Within content on my second channel, feel free to let me know. If you want to help support the channel, you can use code Proxidist at G Fuel for 20% off any tub. They don't have an Evil Within flavor, but maybe they will someday. Probably not, but maybe. It's about as likely as getting the Evil Within free. Yeah, it's never gonna happen.